Yeah, I've got a fighter's ear. What's up, guys? I hope the sound is okay. Kind of broadcasting from a balcony here. I keep getting asked this comment over and over and over again about what it's like to date in Southeast Asia and why I don't ever talk about it and that kind of thing. So, I thought I would take this opportunity to kind of tell you guys what it's like to date in Southeast Asia. And the only way really for me to do that is to tell you what it was like in the Philippines and what it's like now. And let me start by just starting with the first relationship I had in the Philippines. Now, I had heard all sorts of things about the Philippine women and how they were this and they were that, and provincial women were different from city women and all of that stuff. But what I quickly realized was there is kind of a lot of truth to that. There's some major differences in women in the Philippines and in the city and in the province, but let me talk a little bit about that. The first girl that I started dating, it wasn't super serious or anything like that. It wasn't like a real strong committed relationship. But we saw each other on a regular basis. We had a lot of fun. She was 25, I was 36 at the time. So, there was a pretty good age gap there. But we had a lot of fun. She was well educated. She had her own job. She did her own thing. I never had to pay for anything for her, which was surprising because you hear a lot about how Filipino women are, really dependent. That's not always the case. In fact, I never really saw a bunch of that in the Philippines to begin with. Some people do, but I guess I was just fortunate in that regard. Now, I did some dating in between. I had 2 girlfriends in the Philippines. After the first girlfriend, I did just a little bit of dating in between. And one thing about dating in the Philippines is you really just never know what you're going to get. Like, some of the girls are just absolutely great, and some of them, after you spend 5 minutes with them, you know that they're after money, or they're after your kind of white skin. They want babies right away and that kind of thing, and that's just not me. So I eventually wound up meeting my girlfriend that I kept for about 4 months, right up until I moved to Thailand. And as previously mentioned in a live stream I did this past weekend, literally this girl is she is absolutely one of the nicest human beings I have ever met in my life. I've never said, even to this day, I've never said anything bad about her, and I never will. She was a provincial girl. She was much closer to my age. She was 30 or 31. And super, super, super nice. I mean, almost to the point where a little too nice for me, because hey Larry, I like to have, I like a girl that's just got just a little bit of a wild streak in her, but this girl was just absolutely wonderful. She cooked, she cleaned. She made sure she took care of me. I mean, I really can't say anything bad about that relationship at all. Hey, Jordy, I will say that the difference in the city girl and the provincial girl was that the provincial girl, the second girlfriend, the one I was just talking about, was much more of a take care of me kind of girl, and I really appreciated that. I really did. The first girl, because the relationship wasn't as serious, it wasn't really a take care of me kind of thing. It was a more let's have fun and enjoy each other's company and time. We went out and that kind of thing. But I actually lived with the second girl for quite some time, about 3.5 months, I think. And thanks, Jordy, I appreciate that. So anyway, those were the 2 relationships that I had in the Philippines. But the thing about it is, usually, or at least in my life, when I break up with a girl, if she has feelings, you know, if she really cares about me or whatever, there's always some kind of fallout afterwards, you know. So with the first girl in the Philippines, there was no fallout because there was really no feelings. With the second girl, how you doing, Jarrell? Is that how I say your name? I think so. With the second girl, you know, there was some real feelings there. I cared about her. She cared about me, but I left the Philippines for Thailand and had to in such a hurry that the relationship ended abruptly. You know, and there was some major hurting that was going on. Both of us, to be quite frank with you. I really didn't want to leave the girl, but I didn't have much of a choice. If you guys know that story, but that's a whole nother video. And then, you know, of course, there's a little bit of fallout on the back end of that because she's heartbroken and influenced by some really, really bad people. But again, you can't blame a girl, guys. We all know this happens to everybody. It doesn't matter if she's Filipino, American, or whatever. You break up with a girl and you break their heart, or, you know, you cause some type of feelings or whatever, there's always going to be some kind of fallout. And you really cannot blame the girl because that's just what they do, you know. So just reiterating on that entire issue, I have nothing but good things to say about Filipinas in general. Specifically my last girlfriend. She really is one of a kind, and I actually heard that she was about to get married, and I don't think she'll see this video, but if she does, I just want to say congratulations, and I truly hope you get everything that you want out of life, because you definitely deserve it. Is it easier to date in Asia than Western Europe for 32-year-olds? I would say yes, but I've never been to Western Europe. It's very easy to date here, very easy. If you have a smartphone and you can access the dating app, you're pretty much good to go. Let's talk a little bit about women in Thailand. The major issue here in Thailand when it comes to dating women is the language barrier, because you will meet some nice, educated, strong, independent women, but you can't communicate with them. It's like, you know, it's frustrating, really. I've had a not so serious relationship with a girl since I've been here, and you know, it didn't really go anywhere because she couldn't speak English and I can't speak Thai. So it does pose a problem. Now, in the beginning, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun because we had conversations via translator apps on our phones. I mean, it was like, you know, it was fun to laugh at each other and mock each other and, you know, pick back and forth about the language issue and all that stuff. But it is a problem. So if you come to Thailand, know that if you don't speak any Thai, how do you see if girl is genuine? Can you elaborate? There is no formula for telling whether or not a girl is genuine. There are some indicators up front. You know, if her first questions are about, you know, what do you do, how much money do you make, where you come from, how long you staying here, that kind of thing, you might want to be cautious. That's just my humble opinion. And my screen just got dark, so I may be losing battery if this stream cuts off. I apologize, guys. Dudes, stop interrupting Jeremy. Let him finish his thought. I'm okay. With the Thai women, they're very approachable. Very approachable. Most of these girls that I've met are, as I said earlier, well educated. Most of them have a defined, hey, Philippines bound, what's up, man? They have a defined career path. They know what they want to do with their life, and it kind of makes dating pretty easy because they really don't need you for anything other than, you know, to be their boyfriend. How do you compare Vietnam with Thailand? I have not been to Vietnam, Brent. I fully intend to go, but I have not been there yet, so I'm not going to speak on it. I have heard really good things about dating in Vietnam, but I can't speak to it personally. I don't have the experience. So here in Thailand, the first girl I met was on a dating app again. Hey man, and American in Vietnam here. Okay, well maybe you should leave some comments, Eli, and tell us about the dating scene in Vietnam. That would be great. I'm sure people would love to hear it. I lost my train of thought, but it's all good. The girl I met here was on a dating app, and we had a lot of fun for the first few weeks I was here, and even continues to this day. We still chat. We just don't really see each other anymore. She lives in Bangkok, you know. And, all right, I'm gonna keep going. She lives in Bangkok. I no longer live in Bangkok, so the distance is, you know, just a little bit too much to try to hold on to a real relationship. Plus, she's very, very, very busy. This is a very busy young lady. She's working and going to school. And most of the women here are. You know, most of the women here do. Something else you will find here that I think is unique that I've found so far. Larry says, I've been meaning to ask you where in the States are you from? North Carolina, Larry. I'm from North Carolina. Close to Charlotte. But the women here, if you can get past the language barrier, if you can find a girl that speaks English, you're pretty much golden. Because here, at least in the cities in Thailand, I haven't really been out in the province. Like, I haven't been to the Isan region yet. But at least in the city, most of these girls, the majority of them, are career defined. They're already educated. They know what they want. That's if you're dating in my age bracket. Now, I'm not really going, you know, lower than probably, I don't know, 25, 27, somewhere in that neighborhood would be about the youngest that I would date. Just simply because of the overall, not necessarily maturity, but life experience level, I think is important. And I just feel like, you know, dating much younger than that, they don't really have the life experience necessary. And that's not the true. That is not true in all cases. But for me, that's just my personal preference. Now, you get past the language barrier. They don't want anything from you. You're good. One of the things you have to remember here in Thailand is, like the Philippines, everything is family oriented. So if you get a girl here, you are going to have to meet the family. And that, I'm 37, Jordy. And that, if you meet the girl, or if the girl likes you enough to introduce you to her family, dude, like, you're golden. In the Philippines, it was a little bit different, right? You meet the family first, and, you know, then the family kind of tells the girl what they think of you, right? I nearly had a Thai girlfriend. She come to Australia, did everything was not good enough for her, so I found her true Thai. And that happens everywhere. That's not funny. But yeah, it's, you know, in the Philippines, you meet the family, and the family kind of helps the girl decide, right? In Thailand, you meet the girl, you date the girl, and then she decides whether or not you're good enough to meet the family. Once you meet the family, in my experience here in Thailand, you're pretty much good to go. So that's something for you guys to keep in mind if you come here and you start dating. And then, of course, there's always, where are you going to live? You know, if you live in, I mean, let's just be real, guys. If you live in Pattaya or Phuket, even some parts of Bangkok, yes, you did get lucky, sir. And as did I got lucky with the girl, with my second girlfriend in the Philippines. I got very lucky. Her family situation was a little bit different, so I really got to avoid the whole family approval thing. So I got lucky as well. One thing about Thai women, money. I have not ran into that here yet, pal. I have not ran into a situation where the Thai girl wanted me for my money. It's actually been kind of the opposite. They wanted me because I was an American. I'm different. You know, it's something new for them, that kind of thing. It really has not been about money here at all. And I can say that the relationships in the Philippines weren't really about money either. Maybe I'm good at spotting that stuff. Maybe I just got very lucky. I'm not really sure, but I just wanted to do this video and tell you guys, if you come to Thailand, you know, you live in like Pattaya or Phuket, you know, areas like that, you really have to be careful, because most of these girls, I won't say most, I'll say many of the girls there are either full-time working girls or they're part-time working girls. Even girls that have a 9-to-5 job work at night. And when I say work, I'm talking about in the entertainment industry, and most of them are not going to a bar to work. They're working freelance. So that's something that you have to be cautious of. Fred, you get lucky. I just located and said, grown son. Yes, that's awesome, man. Going back to Asheville for Thanksgiving. Cool there. I love Asheville. One of my favorite cities anywhere. I love Asheville. Beautiful up in the mountains. Lake Lure, one of my favorite places. But just be careful of your selection and understand where you're at when you come to Thailand. It's much easier to find a girl if you want to settle down, to find a girl on the outskirts of these cities, like the suburbs of Bangkok, or an hour south or west of Pattaya, possibly even Phuket. I haven't been to Phuket yet, plan to go in October. I'll give you guys, of course, videos from there. But I just wanted to kind of do an introduction on dating in Southeast Asia. As I date more, I will give you more information. I hope this kind of helps some of you get a feel for what it's like to date here in Southeast Asia. There are certain rules that you have to abide by that you don't have to abide by in America, such as do not like to pay to the married local commercial property. Yep, that's very true, Eli. Very true, and I have seen that personally, both in the Philippines and here in Thailand. But when you come, just use common sense. That's really what it boils down to. If your intuition tells you, something's wrong, something is probably wrong. And I can say thus far that I have had, in every way, good experiences with women. Of course, there have been fights and there have been fallouts and all that stuff. But for the most part, the caliber of women that I have dated in my time in Southeast Asia, I've been here a little over a year, like a year and a month. 13 months now, and during that time I have to say that the caliber of women overall has been awesome. Jordy, I don't really have a preference. They're different in terms, you were asking which one I think looks better. I can't, that's a wash for me, because there are certain things I like about Filipinas that I like more. Okay, later, Philippines bound. See you, buddy. There are things that I like more about the way certain Filipinas look. There are things that I like more about the way certain Thai girls look. It just all boils down to preference and really what you're looking for. So that's all I got for today, guys. Please hit me with all the comments down below, questions, concerns, anything you got going on. Please let me know, and I hope you enjoyed this live stream. I will see you guys soon. Take care.